Hi, this is Chris Howard, host of Plugged In with Chris Howard. BetOnline is your bracket headquarters for this season with the best bracket contests, odds, and lines right up to the national championship game. BetOnline is your number one source for all your college basketball wagering. Head to BetOnline today, stay updated on all the action. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Life is very much about timing, and 2024 is my year.
Hey guys, welcome back to On Display. It is a rainy day here in New Jersey, but I'm about to bring you some sunshine. One of the sunniest people I know. I had one of the most amazing trips of my life with her. You guys know her from all of her singing and her cabaret. She's a complete OG of New York. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have Luann de Lesseps. What's up, Luann? How are you?
Hi, darling. How are you?
I'm good, sweetie. How you do? You look so good. I am a hot mess, and you look gorgeous over there.
Yeah. Well, thank you. You're never a hot mess.
Well, today I am.
You're a pretty mess.
Thank you. It was pouring rain in Jersey today. I was running around all morning in the pouring rain. So this is the aftermath. Here we go.
I know. The weather's not great today, but good to see you, darling, always.
It's so good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute and I miss you. I feel like after we bonded on that girls trip, you like, whenever you go on vacation with someone and you like sleep overnight and share a house, it's a different vibe. So I feel closer to you than like the other housewives because we had that moment together.
Yeah, that special week. That was the first ever Ultimate Girls Trip. So that's special.
I know it was. And I want to say it was the best one. I just do. I just loved.
Well, besides the OGs of New York going to St. Bart's again.
Well, that's amazing too. How did that do? Everyone was obsessed, right? Everyone's loving that.
You know, the thing is people haven't seen the Roni OGs, in years. So, right. It's been literally like 3 years since our show, since Roni. And so I think they were so happy to see all the girls back, on a vacation together. And it was great. You know how it is. We get to talk about those things we never get to talk about on the show. The fourth wall comes down, and you got to see Kelly kind of explain herself a little bit, and Scary Island kind of thing, and of course there's always a pirate. I'm always involved in some sort of scandal with a man, because I love men.
You're just so, I always, speaking of which, I always call you the ultimate single girl. You're like you're the epitome of the perfect single independent woman. You really are.
I must say, my 50s, this decade of my life has been absolutely the best. Do you know what I mean? Like the kids are grown. I have a career. I'm doing what I love, which is cabaret. I had dinner last night with my son, Noel, who's now, well-heeled and, an amazing artist, painter who is just thriving in New York. And, my daughter is incredible. So I feel very blessed. I got 2 great kids and, and I'm working a lot, which is fantastic. The Ultimate Girls Trip was great fun. I've got some other TV projects coming up and can't really talk about those for the moment, but a lot of great stuff. And, my new tour, Marry F Kill. It's all about the men we'd marry, the men we'd F, and the men we're not killing anybody, but the ones we get rid of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And well, no, I say that about you. And I want to talk about each and every aspect of all of that, because I will say you are everywhere. I've seen you do was it an Uber commercial? I've seen you do so many things. You have the cabaret, you have there's just, I have to say.
Did you see The Masked Singer?
I saw The Masked Singer. I saw that. Do you know they asked me to do that as well? And I was so nervous to sing on stage. I get stressed out. Like you're doing it all the time, right? And you're on that stage all the time. And it comes so natural to you now and easy. And you're so great at it. I still get total stage fright, total nerves. I'm scared that nothing will come out.
Oh, no.
I get so nervous with it. It always stressed me out and made me nervous. To you, it looks like it's so fun.
Well, it's funny because I was just saying this to my team. I kicked off my tour in Boston at the Wilbur Theater, and I was just at Foxwoods. But, for me, it's the prep. It's like the makeup, the hair, the thing. I can't stand that part. When I get on stage, that's when I really feel like, okay, not, I can't, this is what I'm here to do. You know, I hate all that preparation. I mean, it's just not me. I hate to get my nails done. I hate to get makeup done. I hate to get my hair, color. I hate all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's like when I get on that phase, when I really start to enjoy myself, because, that's what cabaret is all about, though. It's about my story. So it's like, it's very hard to forget your words or your story if it's your story.
Of course. And it is your story. And you have been doing this, Luann, for a minute now. Like a lot of these things with housewives or, girls who used to be on the Housewives, you are really having life after being on that show. Like, and I would say more than anyone else, you are the epitome of like, yes, it was beautiful when you were on the show, but you are killing it off the show as well. And I'm noticing that. I'm like, God, Luann's everywhere and people love you. And you're so well liked by so many people. And I do think it has to do also with like you're just such an independent woman. And I know you have a love for men, right? We know that you'll play but you have this independence about you also where you're the epitome of showing like a hard worker, doing it on your own. You'll date if you're in the mood to date. You don't come off needy. You don't come off desperate. Give some advice to my girls out there who are single and they need to watch how you're doing this.
Well, listen, I think flirting is so important. I love to flirt and play with not only men, with just people in general, and that's why going back to cabaret, I get to do that on stage. I get to talk about my experiences like with men, and specifically with this tour and Mary F. Kill. It is about the men we'd marry, the men we'd want to F, and the men that we want to get rid of in our lives, right? So, and I think, flirting is underestimated. I think giving compliments and letting people know you're interested is underestimated. Making eye contact. We have this force field of energy, and my energy is that I love myself. I love what I do. And I try to attract only the people around me that are in the same place. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And sometimes we miss, can't always get it right. But the goal is, girls, you have to start aiming for the bullseye now. It's not, you just can't shoot your darts anywhere. You have to aim for the center, and you have to know what you really want. At this point in my life, I've been married twice. I have my children who are grown. I have the home I've always wanted. I have a career that I've always wanted. So I'm in a happy place. I think when people are happy, you're going to attract happy people and like-minded people. Obviously, I always say to girls, flirt, leave a love, send a love note. Like if you're at a restaurant and you see a guy, now you have to make sure. That's a little shark attack I do on Ultimate Girls Trip is I'm swimming, right? And I see this very handsome guy wading in the water. So Ramona's like, look at her. She's like a shark. And so I'm wading around this guy, and I see a woman walking into the water with 2 popsicles. And I said, oh, shit. Anyway, so she comes with the popsicle. This is a true story. And she hands him the popsicle. And already we're having a conversation, me and the guy. And he says, oh, this is Luann. Say hello to, what's her name? Well, I don't remember her name.
This is Susie Q.
Susie Q, whatever her name is. Say hello. He introduces us, and she hands him the popsicle, and he goes, well, here you go, Luann. You have the popsicle. So I go back to the girls, and I have a popsicle, and they're like, where'd you get the popsicle? I said, you'll never guess where I got the popsicle.
So only you. This happens too. Only you.
Like, why not be nice? Why not flirt? The guy's maybe married or whatever, but he's not dead. People love compliments. They love to flirt, so take a chance. When those train doors open up, jump on the train. Don't be the girl left standing in the platform. Do you know what I mean?
That's great advice. Although if I walked up to my husband with 2 popsicles in the ocean and he said, give the other one to this pretty gorgeous woman standing here with this body, her name's Luann, I'd be like, fuck you and your popsicle. I'll throw the shit in the ocean.
I'm the polar opposite of you. I would say, what a gentleman.
I know you would. I'm a crazy person.
That's why we love each other, because we think on different terms. But, I thought that was very chivalrous of him to offer me the popsicle. And as a woman, I would say, wow, look at my guy. He opened the door for that lady. He gave her a popsicle. he was nice to her, even though we're together. You know what I mean? So
Right.
there's two
Right.
ways of looking at things. I always tend to look at the popsicle half full and half empty.
Honestly, the way you do it is the correct way. I will fully say that. I would have marched back up the sand and we would have walked back up and I would be like, did you just give that woman the popsicle that I brought to you? And were you just standing in the ocean speaking to this beautiful lady? What are you doing? Like, that would be me. That's the Melissa, Jersey Melissa
Right.
that would come out.
The point is, it says a lot about who he is. And where does he go? He leaves with her. He doesn't leave with me.
Right, right. No, of course. I mean, I'm joking slightly, but I'm not joking as well. I'm kind of a little serious. Whether you hydrate to live or live to hydrate, Liquid IV quenches your thirst faster than water alone. With 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness, it's all there in a single sugar-free stick. Guys, I know I've mentioned this before, but I absolutely love Liquid IV. They come in these little convenient to use little packets that you can drop right into your bottle of water and you can feel the extra hydration they provide almost immediately. You can use them right before a workout. You can use them after you had a long night, maybe a long flight, and even when you're just feeling a little run down. Seriously, I know you hear it all the time, but you do need to stay hydrated throughout the day. But let's be real. If you're like me, even drinking the right amount of water is sometimes a hassle. Or you just completely forget about doing it while you're running around all day. And on those days, that's where Liquid IV has come in to truly save me. However you hydrate, grab your Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier sugar-free in bulk nationwide at Costco or get 20% off your first order when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Melissa at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code Melissa at liquidiv.com. It's time to break up with overdraft fees. Every cent counts towards your big financial goals this year. With a Chime checking account, you can enjoy lots of perks, like fee-free overdrafts up to $200 for eligible members. You can even get paid 2 days early with direct deposit. There are no overdraft fees, and there's zero impact on your credit score to apply. And the convenience doesn't stop there. We all know the hassle of finding an ATM that doesn't charge fees, right? Well, guess what? Chime has over 60,000 fee-free ATMs. That's more than the top 3 national banks combined. Signing up for Chime takes minutes, so join the millions of other Chime members and sign up today. Get started at chime.com/Melissa. That's chime.com/Melissa. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. Spot me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. I mean, speaking of flirting, I've been hearing you've been flirting with a new man. Are we saying anything about this? Is this a cute little flirt situation?
Well, I'm dating right now, so I have some dates. I have some guys I'm dating, and I'm single. So what's wrong with having a lunch date or having a cocktail?
Yeah, the rumors are swirling. Some handsome French banker. I've seen something on that. I couldn't see you with anyone but a French man. Anyway, you have French through your veins.
Exactly. Well, look, I was married to a Frenchman. I was with Jacques. You know
Right.
Jacques?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So I guess I do have a thing for French guys.
I know you do. And you just seem like that's what you look good next to. It just works for you or something. I can't explain. Will never forget the morning we woke up and you came in butt naked and had your coffee. It's one of my greatest moments in life. I will still say that to the day I die. It was one of my greatest moments. Like Luann just walks out with her coffee, butt naked. Good morning, everyone. I'm like, wow, this is how you live, everyone. This is life.
Yeah, well, St. Bert's is French, don't forget. So I'm in my element.
It is.
Wait,
we
were in Turks and Caicos. I forgot. I'm thinking of St. Bert's right now.
Oh, weren't we in St. Bart? No, we were in Turks and Caicos. That's right. Yeah. I forgot. You had me confused.
Well, an island is an island is an island. That means naked with a bathing suit on.
There you go. And you took a little dive every morning. You were a doll. Okay, wait. So any serious dating or no? Like how serious?
No, I'm just dating. I'm enjoying being single. I really, I'm really loving life at this age and having that freedom. I love the idea of dating. I love the idea of, having, that, listen, I'd love to have a serious relationship at one point again. But it's not like I'm desperate for it. I'm just, I feel like in life it's timing. I
It
feel
is.
life is very much about timing, and 2024 is my year.
I love it. Well, because you're doing so much with the cabaret. I'm actually super excited. You're doing a show in Huntington, Long Island. I am
Yes.
opening a brand new Envy, my second location, literally across the street from the
No.
Paramount. Yes, and I'm trying to do the same day because it would be earlier that day so
Oh
that
my
we
gosh, that would be
I'm
amazing.
trying so hard. If not, it's going to end up being the weekend after. But I said, oh my God, I see your name. I'm there all the time setting the new store up. And I
Well, listen,
see
try to do it on them because I'll come by. You
exactly.
know,
Then you can come by. I'm sure everyone who comes to me is going to come watch your show after. So I'm
yes,
like,
that would
we
be.
could make it's literally across like on the same street. I look at your picture every day.
Oh my
So
God, I love it. I love it. I love that theater. That shows, as you know, March 16th. It's one of my favorite venues to play because it's just so cabaret and everybody can like move around. And even though it's like, I don't know, 800, 900 seats or something like that, but it just feels like a party in there. There's so many great little restaurants in there. The bars are great. It's just a really good time. My show is really pop culture meets cabaret meets comedy. Um, and so Mary F. Kill is like, uh, it was inspired by my fans because every cabaret show that I did, I used to do a Q&A with the audience and I still do that sort of a thing, but it's more of a game. And we actually get to play Mary F. Kill. But that's how I started with the tour with this one in particular was because every show I do, fans ask me, who would you marry, who would you F, and who would you kill? So I was like, this is a no-brainer. The next tour is going to be called Mary F. Kill, and I wrote a new song for it,
what's the name of this song?
Mary F. Kill.
Oh my God, love. And you'll sing this at the cabaret.
Yes, and I perform it live. I love the song. I wrote it myself. I write all my own music, as you know, Money and Chic and Giovanni and obviously I work with some great producers. Bruce Roberts is the producer on this song. And he produced my Christmas song. Um, what do I want for Christmas? Just you. And then what else did he do? And then I have, Viva La Diva was written by Desmond Child. So I work with like some really major producers and Mary F. Kill is my newest song and I'm excited. It's going to drop
I
this
am
at
so
some
excited.
point in March now. So yeah, I think fans are going to really love it. It's very catchy and just a good, dance song.
I love how far you've come with the music. Like you didn't just do like the one or two songs. You keep going and you're still currently making new songs, which I think is awesome that you're still recording these and still doing it and you're doing them for your show. And you ever think about working with a label or doing something like that?
Well, yeah, well, Money and Chic were with Ultra Music, so Ultra Records. So we're looking at labels now for this song, and Ultra will be one that we're looking at. But for sure, I have my own Pandora station, right? And I'm on Spotify.
I know. Isn't that crazy when you
It's
can do that and
crazy.
you can just pick yourself to listen to on Pandora?
Yeah, right. It's a trip. I mean, never in the million years would I've imagined. I mean, don't forget, I'm from a small town in Connecticut.
Right.
I'm a nurse. I always dreamed of a bigger life, but I never imagined I'd be playing myself on reality TV for 16 years as of yesterday. I don't know if you saw my post.
I saw your post and I was like, wow, it was that long ago was the first episode, huh?
I know it's crazy. It's crazy. And then Crappy Lake is still streaming on Peacock with Sonia. I don't know if you got to see that show, but
I
you would love
did. You two
it.
are my favorite girls together because it's just wild, messy fun.
Yeah.
And I love a little messy fun moment. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's good stuff. Yeah, we did some good stuff there. We really helped this town and what an amazing job to be able to have that kind of work and help people at the same time and make it fun and funny and leave behind some really lasting, things like the Motel Benton now has built an addition, and they're sold out through next year. People are coming to Benton to stay in the Sonia and Luann suites.
Wow. So you should get commission on these things, right? Isn't that like we should get like commission when we go somewhere and film somewhere and then the place gets packed and right? It's like, well, at least whenever you go there, I'm sure they have a room waiting for you. I'm sure that at minimum, I'm sure is happening. I know you've seen Sonia. Have you seen like Ramona or talked to anyone else? Have you been in touch with other girls?
Oh yeah, I do. Dorinda and I talk all the time. Ramona's in Palm Beach, darling. She's very busy.
She's very Palm Beaching it. I know this. I see this on Instagram.
Exactly. And Sonia, Sonia's a bit of a recluse when she's not working, but she's touring as well. She's doing her show. She does, kind of Sonia in Your City kind of thing.
Yes.
So she's got a lot of tour dates also. So we're both really busy. But I love Sonia. Rita, of course, I love my Sonia. And let's see who else.
Last time I did a podcast, I had from one of the New Yorkers, I had Kristen on, and you were about, or was it Kelly? No, it was Kelly Ben Simone, and you were about to go that night with her to, I think it was a basketball game. Does that make sense?
The Rangers.
The Rangers. Hockey. It was a hockey game. That's right. And then you guys were up on the Jumbotron. I saw her later on posting that. It was really cute. Are you guys tight?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. She kept talking about the Rangers, how she's going to take me to a Rangers game. And it was a big thing on Ultimate Girls Trip because she kept saying it, but she actually never took me. And then of course, I called her on it on the trip saying, oh yeah, okay, you're that kind of girl, right? I hate people that say, you know what, I'm going to take you or I'm going to do something with you, or, oh, let's have lunch. And then they never follow up. I can't stand that. I like people that keep their word.
Right.
That's one of the songs, the girl code. Love that song because it's like, I'm the type of girl that's always loyal to the end. People come and go, but I'll always be your friend, because that's who I am.
Yes,
do you know what I mean?
I love it. No, it's true. No, you are loyal. And I will say that about Kelly. She texts me too. She always wants to make dinner plans. She's the type that she puts her money where her mouth is. I actually got tight with her after this BravoCon. We were together the whole BravoCon. I don't know why we just were always in the same place at the same time. We were on a lot of the same things, and we just bonded. We had dinner together. I really like her a lot.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart, and she's gorgeous. She's not hard to look at, that's for sure.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, right. And and she went back to school, got her real estate license, and so she's doing real estate. And Andy Cohen even said about her, he said, I'm impressed by how well Kelly has done since being off the show, et cetera, because she hasn't been on the show in 10 years.
A long time. I know.
Long time. So it was nice to have her back.
Well, she's gorgeous too. It's just good she's good to look at.
Yeah.
She's such a sweetheart. Apartments.com has helped millions of renters find their perfect places. And the beauty is they're all different. None of us are the same, right? So why should our homes be? Someone may want hardwood floors. Someone else may want carpet all the way. Questionable call, but hey, to each their own. Some may want a doorman. Others may say, I want to open the door myself. But Apartments.com has all the right tools to help you find the place that's uniquely perfect just for you. Sort through and filter listings by amenities and make sure you never miss out on their instant alert option. With more than 1 million available units for rent, you're sure to find the place that's right for you. So whether you're looking for a place with a basement, a yard, a pool, or everything in between, Apartments.com has got you covered. Visit Apartments.com, the place to find a place. On Display with Melissa Gorga is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Hey guys, whether you love true crime, comedies, celebrity interviews, news, or even motivational speakers, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue, right? And guess what? Now you can call the shots on your auto insurance too. Enter the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. The Name Your Price tool puts you in charge of your auto insurance by working just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you a variety of coverages that fit within your budget, giving you options. Now, that's something you're going to want to press play on. It's easy to start a quote, and you'll be able to choose the best option for you fast. It's just one of the many ways you can save with Progressive Insurance. Quote today at Progressive.com to try the Name Your Price tool for yourself and join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Well, speaking of Andy, what are your thoughts on all of this? And why do you think Leah is like doing what she's doing? I mean, it's a little crazy, all of this. I'm like, this is a lot at once. I almost feel like everyone's just coming down on Bravo. It's like a trend or something right now.
Right. Well, you know how it is. It's like when you see a bunch of penguins around the water. If one penguin goes in, all the penguins are going to jump into the water, So Leah has her experience.
Right.
And I have mine. Right. It's never been my experience what Leah had to go through. God knows, we've had the same experience. But you were with me on the first Ultimate Girls trip. I did not drink the entire trip because I was sober.
Right.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. You didn't have one sip of alcohol.
And you know what Kyle said to me? She goes, you know what, Luann? You are so much fun even without drinking. And I think I inspired her a little bit not to drink, Kyle. And so anyway, just to say that nobody's forcing you to drink. Nobody's pouring alcohol down your throat.
No.
It is your choice to pick up a drink or not. So, I understand what she's saying because there's a lot of pressure around it because there is a lot of drinking around it. But if you don't want to drink, you don't go to the bar.
Exactly.
Right?
You can't put the blame on someone else if it's
or whatever, then you don't want to put yourself in that position. And for her it was very stressful. She had, so I hear her and that is her experience and I totally respect her for that. But it's never been my experience.
Right. And I can say the same. And I've, we also have Margaret Josephs on our show who does not drink. She does not touch alcohol. No one has ever pushed her to have a cocktail, to have a drink, and I was on that whole trip with you. Not one producer, no one has ever said to you, Luann, why aren't you going to have it's not my experience in seeing it either. Even I've been to personal social dinners with Andy multiple times. Always respectful, always appropriate. Never, listen, is Andy a fun guy? Yes, of course he is. That's why we all know and love him. He's a personality, but he would never, sure. Let's be, he's a smart man. I don't think he's offering his staff and his cast members anything. Like he's not offering anybody any type of drug. That's for damn sure. So
we've known him. I've known him a long time. I've known him since the very beginning. Like I said, it's been 16 years and it's just not his character.
It's not.
He's not going to be that stupid to start, offering things to housewives. He's not stupid. So, so that's not my experience and I don't believe it.
Right. And I'm 100% with you on that. And I just think it started with the Caroline, then it went to I did start with Bethany, actually. I feel like this all started with Bethany. 100%. Did you see that she canceled her Rewives podcast now? Because so for my listeners who don't know, Bethany has canceled her Rewives podcast. She said it's giving off a lot of negativity. She doesn't want her daughter seeing that it's negative. She didn't want it to spiral into what it spiraled into. I don't know.
Did she cancel or did they cancel her?
Well, she said she's canceling it. So
I don't think so, but
okay. I was going to ask you your thoughts on that. What do you think? What did you think about that she's canceling it? You don't think it's her choice?
Well, I don't know whether it's her choice or not. I don't see any positivity in what she started doing in the first place. First of all, she only talked badly about us, talked about how toxic the show was, right? Bethany only talked about how toxic Housewives was and never mentioned us in the press whenever she was doing something else, etc. And then all of a sudden, all she's doing is talking about us.
Right.
So,
on the whole, right. So I'm sure none of you appreciated that podcast at all.
It's negative. And, I don't go around talking negative about her. And so I just find it in bad taste, first of all. And I'm glad that it got canceled.
She says she's canceling it because it made her feel dirty. And trust me, I know if you don't feel it's right, get out of it. And she's going to always be known for that movement that kind of started this whole thing. Mm-hmm. And I think she's realizing this isn't the way I want. I'm not going out like this,
Well, exactly. Well, I just think that, listen, I get what she's trying to do in terms of protecting reality TV people, etc. And, the money that comes from, where this show is sold at different markets. And I'm spacing on the word right now, but residuals.
Residuals, which by the
So
way,
I
I
guess
agree with. I will say, like, we
I
all
agree with
agree
you.
that the residuals should be there and yada yada, right? I mean, that's
Right. I get that part, but it's like, some of these shows, and I'm sure you can understand this more than anybody, it's like, really, do we have to go below the belt? Do we have to ruin people's lives? There's certain, shows, as that's what happens. It's never really been, New York in terms of we were never like played that dirty. It was more of a comedy,
right.
right? But some of the shows, it's like they really go for your throat and they go for your families. They go for your children,
Oof.
you know,
Yes.
and so there's a way of doing things, and there's a way of doing things. I understand she's trying to help reality stars, but at the same time, why not even bite the hand that feeds you, but step on it and crunch and
Oh,
smash
choke it out like a chokehold for sure.
it.
And I will say, your show didn't play as dirty as the others. You guys were really funny, and you had like dating things that went on that with men and crisscrossing of men and all of this. But like, to me, that feels like, oh my God, a walk in the park compared to
Right.
watching Salt Lake City and watching Jersey and like some of these other shows. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like
Yeah.
Bravo honestly wants to get back to what you guys were, to that vibe. And I don't even think they're
Yes.
liking this pivot of dirtiness. I think they're going to start going in a more positive direction, because this is not what the people want to see right now.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many problems already that are happening in the world. So, it can get pretty dark on these shows. And that's why I think Ultimate Girls Trips people love, because, we're not digging too deep. We're just trying to have a good time, the girls together, reminiscing, talking about, what it's like to be women. And I think people like the more relatable, like, storylines than they do, I'm gonna take you down,
Right.
There's plenty of train wrecks already in the world. And so I feel like that definitely the housewives can line up on that in term and just have a good time as women. And obviously there's always drama when you put that many women together, but there's I think there's a right kind of drama.
Right. No, I agree. And I think, hopefully it all goes back to that. Listen, I hope Jersey goes back to that. I'm going to just hope and pray.
I'm praying for you,
Oh
darling.
my gosh, Luann, pray to the gods every night for me. Yes, but I think it will. I think it will. Let me ask you quick before I let you go. Are you friendly with any of the new New York girls? Like, you've met them, and do you like any of them, or have you had any interaction?
I've met Erin. So I met Erin. We saw each other at like a Broadway show. I can't remember which one, but it doesn't matter. So I know Erin. I met her and her husband. I met Uba. I know Uba. I love Uba. I like, oh my God.
Bryn. Yes.
Bryn.
Bryn. She's
Bryn.
single. She's
Bryn
the
is just
dating girl on the show too. Yes.
Exactly. So she's like my style. Jenna Lyons. I met her at the Upfronts. So I know, the girls, but not
Got it.
not well at all. But I think, listen, they're it's a different group of women. They certainly are not
Right.
us.
No
But
one will ever be you guys, Luann. You guys are, the originals. You paved the way, and I honestly miss. By the way, with that said, I do love the new New York, but I absolutely I love your show. Like, I really did. And the legacy gives me such a good little piece of it. And just, and I feel like I grew up with you girls. Like, I started as a young housewife. I was one of the youngest, and I met all of you right off the bat 14 years ago. And we've always been at events together. Do you remember when they did the Real Housewives, like, live tour? They did 12 years ago. We went on these tours together and did all of these things. We go way back. We've been on for the longest,
I know. And you do amazing on the show. I got to just give you kudos for how you've managed to get through
Thank
it and
you.
keep your strength and keep your family together. And, that's so important is, your family comes first, and, everything else can, just go away. But the family is really the most important thing. And, and it's been such a great ride, for so many years. And, now I'm going off and doing other things, and I'm loving the cabaret, and I love doing the Ultimate Girls Trips. I feel like the OGs have to go everywhere. We need to be on Below Deck Next, the OG.
Yes, that's smart. I love that. That's such a good idea. And that show, people go crazy over that show.
I know, right? And how funny would it be to have, Ramona Boston, the people around on the yacht? I mean, I'd love to see her with Captain Lee. But, it's such a ride. And, I feel really blessed that I get to do what I love to do, which is, my cabaret touring. So I'll see you on March 16th at the Paramount.
Yes, I am trying like hell to make it work that day because I just feel like it would be such an amazing day on that street,
Oh my God, it would.
Yes, but I'm going to shoot you a text and let you know for sure. And I'm trying, I'll tell you this. So I'm definitely trying.
And if not, I'm at the Wiltern the week after. The Wiltern's where Madonna plays.
Right. Oh, right.
It's big theater in Los Angeles on March 22nd.
Tell everybody where they can go to see all. Is it like your website? Give us.
Yeah, CountessLuann.com for all my dates.
Okay.
So check it out, and hopefully I'll be in a city near you guys.
Yes, guys, make sure you guys check it out. It's CountessLuann.com and see if she's stopping anywhere near you guys. Luann, thank you so much for coming on. I absolutely love having you. You're like a breath of fresh air. I want to come. I want to come to New York. We have to do lunch with Kelly, the three of us, because we'll have so much fun.
Yeah, let's do that. I would love that, and I hope it works out for the Paramount.
Yes, I'll shoot you a text to confirm for sure, so that you can stop by first.
100%. I love it.
Okay, good. All right, thank you. Good luck with everything. So good to see you.
You too, honey.
All right, ciao.
Ciao.
So, what's it like to be the mom of 4 little girls and the wife of an NFL quarterback? Well, it's absolute insanity in the best possible way. But you can hear that for yourself when you listen to my podcast, The Morning After, with me, Kelly Stafford. And yes, Matthew joins sometimes too. It's parenting, it's marriage, it's friendships, and it's football. It's our life. So, check out The Morning After with me, Kelly Stafford, at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen to your podcast.
Pluto TV is TV the way it should be, free. With over 300 channels, thousands of movies and TV shows costing zeros of dollars. So if you want to watch shows like Ghost, The Walking Dead, CSI, Star Trek, or The Price is Right, well, The Price is Right. It's free. Hit movies like Braveheart, Sonic the Hedgehog, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, or Mean Girls won't cost you a thing, because everything is free. All you have to do is download the app, which, by the way, is also free. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Hey, sports fans, it's Chris Howard, host of Plugged In with Chris Howard. The tournament is finally here, and BetOnline is your bracket headquarters for this year's tournament. BetOnline has the best bracket contest, odds, and lines on every game and every round up to the national championship. You can access the most up-to-the-minute wagering information anytime from your desktop or your mobile device. And you can track your bracket in real time all the way through the tournament. Whether it's college hoops, pro hoops, BetOnline has it all throughout the entire college and pro hoop season. Head to BetOnline today to stay updated on all the action. BetOnline, the game starts here.